Right off the top, we do have several school delays to report to you this morning. Moses Lake, Quincy, Omak, and Wilson Creek school districts will be on a 2-hour late start this morning. There will be no preschool, and if anything changes, we'll be sure to bring you the latest here on Up with KREM and on KREM.com.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
Glad to have you here with us this morning. I'm Tim Pham. Well, heading into this weekend, we could see a little bit more active weather return. That's
right. And so while it's a great thing for skiers and even snowboarders, it's not so great if you're driving across the inland Northwest this weekend. So let's go ahead and get right outside to meteorologist Jeremy Legoo with a look at our midweek forecast. Good morning, Jeremy.
Well, good morning, Channing. Good morning, Tim. And good morning, everybody watching from back at home. This morning, starting out basically where we were yesterday, minus some of that fog, 29 degrees. And we've got cloud cover. It's a couple of layers of clouds in the atmosphere. But all in all, what you need to know is it's cloudy and somewhat mild. Temperatures close to 30 degrees across much of the inland Northwest and visibility close to 10 miles in many locations. We're slowly starting to dry out the lower levels of the atmosphere, and that's a bit of good news as things have remained rather cool the past few days. But as we see more sun, we get more melting, we get more moisture. You kind of get the picture. As soon as we see sun, we're back to the fog, so let's enjoy it while we can. Our overtopping clouds are kind of moving to the south, and they will continue to do so this morning. And that leaves us with some of that low-hanging, low atmosphere cloud cover that's basically fog just sitting above us. And that takes us into the afternoon. Might catch a few peaks of sunshine depending on where you are, so you'll be able to find your way out. You head to the high elevations, you're definitely going to find it. You want more sun? I think as we clear things out tomorrow afternoon, that will be our best shot at seeing more sun before the sun sets. But then, as I mentioned, you see more sun, you get more melting, you get warmer temperatures, you're back into the fog by Friday. So enjoy it when you see it. Temperatures go from near 30 this morning. We get rid of this low-hanging cloud cover. It kind of moves up. We'll try to see some sun, but I don't think today is our best shot at it. I think that actually arrives tomorrow.
Now, Caleb, this part's specifically for you. How could you? How could you go into our school and decide to kill people? Excuse me, not people, kids. I know people can be cruel, but there is always a way out.
Strong emotions in the courtroom. Freeman High School shooting victims and survivors shared their statements for a second day. This time, many are speaking to the shooter himself. Today, victim testimony is on pause and will resume tomorrow. One teacher described helping one of the girls shot by Caleb Sharp. Freeman shooting survivors showed a lot of courage this week, speaking in court an arm's length away from the shooter.
It has been over 4 years, and the memory of it has not faded. I hear the shots, and I see the students rushing into my room to get to safety. I see Jordan Goldsmith bleeding in the back of my room as we all realize that she had been shot.
Maddie Ray was in the hallway at Freeman High School when the shooting happened. She called Sharp's actions pathetic and reminded him he'll never get to experience the joys of life most of us take for granted.
No matter how badly my day goes, I get to go home and sleep in my own bed at the end of the day. I get to go to college and look forward to all of the joys of my future. I get to hug my family and friends. You do not get to experience these things.
So Maddie rode the bus with the shooter that day and heard him tell students to, quote, have a good day.
He said this just minutes before he would be shooting at his classmates. He knew what he was doing. He planned this all out. I hope you have a good day. Were you being sincere in that comment? Or were you so full of evil that you were laughing on the inside, knowing that nobody was going to have a good day?
Students and teachers who gave testimony yesterday asked the judge to give the shooter the maximum sentence. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk was in court yesterday listening to the stories of pain and recovery.
Even more dramatic testimony yesterday from students and teachers who were on the second floor of Freeman High School when this shooting happened. Many of them tried to speak directly to Caleb Sharp, looking him in the eye, but he never looked back over at them. One student, Stephanie Haida, said that Freeman High School seemed like the safest place on earth, but that day the hallway turned into a graveyard. She told the shooter to rot in jail. Another student, Maddie Ray, told Sharp she pities the pathetic route he took in life. Ray's dad, Jim, teaches at the middle school and remembers the shooter. He wanted the gunman to realize something.
This new generation of students ask me about that day. They all know about it through their brothers and sisters, or from what they have heard or what they can remember. The thing that strikes me when they ask me, who did it? They know what happened, but they have no idea who did it. They don't even know your name, and I don't tell them.
Ray also asked the judge for a maximum sentence and said that Sharp and his family have shown no remorse, highlighting the fact that this case has been dragged out for 4.5 years. Victim testimony continues on Thursday and again next week before the shooter is sentenced. Reporting from the Spokane County Courthouse, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
Now we will continue to hear from the Freeman community tomorrow. KREM 2 will be in the courtroom covering every single moment. So if you would like to hear more of the victim impact statements or even just learn more about the next steps in the trial, all you have to do is text the word Freeman to 509-448-2000. We'll send all of that information right to your phone.
It is 6:05. It's time for your morning rush. More news in less time. The Spokane SVU unit is investigating after 2 women were attacked in Manitou Park. The attacks happened last Thursday in the early morning hours. The Spokane Police Department says the man grabbed 2 different women in the park. Police told KREM 2 that they are actively investigating and looking into leads. Happening today, Spokane Public Schools could approve an emergency substitute teacher pay raise to be $200 a day. This comes as SPS is experiencing a shortage of substitute teachers to cover staff absences. They say of the 424 certified substitutes, only 30% are able to accept substitute assignments. They're currently paid $150 a day right now. A 70-year-old woman was hit and killed by a car last night. It happened near Mission Park in the Logan neighborhood. Police say the cause of the incident is still unknown and the driver is cooperating with police. They say that intoxication does not seem to be a factor. Well, across the state line, almost a month after a winner was drawn for the Idaho $1 million raffle, the lucky winner still not coming forward. That $1 million ticket sold in Blaine County. The Idaho Lottery Director asked anyone who participated or received a ticket as a gift to double check to see if they're a winner. And that's a look at your morning rush.
While driving around, we all know how bad potholes are, but a new study by an insurance quote company confirmed Washington State is the worst in the country for potholes. So KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez is live this morning explaining more about what the study found. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Channing. So right now I am at Thor and 3rd, which is a notorious spot for potholes here in the Spokane area. And the city's actually done a good job of filling it up this year, but still, there's a pothole right in the middle of this intersection still. So take a look behind me. We've been seeing cars avoiding this pothole all morning, some not being very successful, still hitting that pothole in the middle of the road there. And this, unsurprisingly, was just not hard to find at all. A new study by Quote Wizard says people here in Washington State are Google searching potholes more than any other state. The city of Spokane has already filled 326 potholes this year. Last year they filled over 3,500 and the year before they filled almost 6,000. So here's how a pothole actually forms. When it rains, water can get under the asphalt. Eventually that water freezes, it expands and pushes up the asphalt. Then when the water melts again, the asphalt falls back in on itself and boom, you have a pothole. So if you find one out in Spokane County, they have a hotline number you can call. You can see that number on your screen right now. And if you're finding potholes here in the city of Spokane, there's 3 different ways you can report those. You can either go online to My Spokane website, you can go to the My Spokane 311 app, or a super easy way to do it as well, pull up your phone, just dial that number there, 311. You can actually call and report a pothole that way as well. In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
So time for your wake-up call. This morning we are on Pothole Patrol. We want to know where are the worst potholes in the region. I know you've experienced some. Text us at the number 509-448-2000 or use the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media and let us know where you want Nicole to go check out. COVID hospitalizations in Washington seem to be on the downward trend, but not for a certain part of the state. And hospital leaders say they are prepared in case northern Idaho re-enters crisis standards of care.
And the one thing you need to know about weather? Well, it's going to be another cloudy day today, but I think you'll be able to find sun. Coming up after the break, I'll let you know where, aside from the mountains, you might be able to get a little.
But first, here is a live look outside this morning, and we want to say good morning to you, Inland Northwest, and hey, happy Wednesday. Let us know where you're watching from this morning, and go ahead, grab another cup of coffee, maybe grab two. It's Wednesday after all. Don't spill it though.